Welcome back to Squee-El's gaming channel. Today it's Conan Exiles. We are here for the Age of Sorcery update, which just dropped in the game on Thursday. And I had to do a little bit of research to make sure that I would actually know what I was doing at the start of this. There's kind of a lot here to unpack, and this isn't really going to be like a walkthrough video, but I am going to have some tips here. It's mostly just the same old nonsense, me just kind of messing around in some games and taking a few people along for the ride, you know? But, first thing I guess we're going to cover, let's look at let's look at the Battle Pass here, because this is kind of the new thing for the game as far as how they're going to be releasing new content. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not the biggest fan of it. You can buy various different amounts of these coins here, which there's varying prices. And then you've got, you can get, 120 coins every so often along the Battle Pass. I'm not going to focus too much on the rewards, but I am going to skim through it for you guys. These are your actual Battle Pass options. So you can buy the Battle Pass, or you can spend a little bit more, and you can get the Battle Pass and automatically unlock all the way up to level 15 on it. This one goes up to level 60. So you got like some outfits, different kinds of like painting that you can do, your Crom coins, like I mentioned. You can get skins. So I believe this is a skin for the hyena. But you can make them look pretty cool. And this is like an eye patch you can wear. You got some emotes for, I think you and your thralls. And then this is kind of some of the stuff I get a little bit more interested in. There's like this candle here. This is like furniture. So that's one of the things that I would want. More painting, Crom coins. Here's another piece of furniture. That looks really awesome. I totally want that, honestly. And then there's this, which is like there's potions you can get. So this grants you the ability to perform Call of the Dead, which I'm guessing is a spell, maybe, that summons the dead, I can only assume. But we'll have to find out for that one. Now this is another one that I would really want. This is a new like building piece, kind of. It's similar to some of the building pieces already in the game, but these are like different pieces, I guess, if you will. They're new different kinds of windows that are different from what you have before, so you can still make things look different with these. So I could build like a new sandstone fort, which I'm probably going to do here in a minute, and eventually hopefully get some of these windows to throw into it, because they're pretty cool. You've got different colored torches, body paints, tattoos, more coins. This is a shelf, so I could place this on a wall and then put something on top of it, like one of those candles you guys saw. Another different type of potion. So really, there's, like I said, a lot of different potions. There's this is a skin for the Arcane Staff, which we're going to get into the Arcane Staff here real soon. And for the most part, I'm just going to kind of skim through the rest of it, the rest of this. So that's really cool. I want that. You can always go back and pause the video as well, if you want to get a better look at some of these items. I'm mainly looking for like the building cosmetics, I guess. So like this is pretty awesome. It's a little altar with a dagger in it. It's like, come on, arcane statue. Another potion, slow fall. And we are just now at level 40, so there's still 20 more levels of this. Here's another type of piece for the new like sandstone and stone. I like the door. It's another pretty brutal item. That is going to be the thing for this, the theme, I guess you could say, really, for this expansion. It's going to be brutal. So just warning you guys right now. This is it's very ritualistic, kind of. There's going to be some sacrifices, and it's all in favor of gaining magic. Oh, see, this is pretty cool looking. And with magic, even though they're really going to give you some awesome abilities in this game, and it's going to be a whole adventure getting some magic, you're going to be gaining corruption, which is already a thing in the game. I've kind of avoided it so far, but to use the type of magic that we're going for, there's going to be no way to avoid it. So it's going to have negative impacts on our skills. There's an enemy in there. Now this cave, I'm sorry if I'm getting ahead of myself, everyone. There really is, like I said, a lot here to unpack. But this cave right here, I meant to show you guys on the map. Here's the map. Yeah. So zoom out, and here's your full map. minus kind of like I've got a lot of different things going on with icons, so ignore all that. I apologize. But if you come over here, which I actually have pretty clear, there's this cave. Let's see what it's called here. There you go, the Shaleback Hollow. Now I'm a cheater, so I spawned everything that I need, but this is going to be the method that you would use to get a couple of the items you need. Wow, and I have a flying sword. Very cool. There's a couple items you need really to kind of get your quest started in this game towards like the higher tier magics. That's the best way I can summarize it. So this is the first time I've done any of this, I'll admit. We're going on this ride together. But I know you have to come all the way to here. It's like an altar type thing. Fly up here. You got some fanciness going on. There's a chest there. But here's what you need. Press X to interact. And I just found this book, obviously. But that now gave me some spells. I don't know if you guys saw. And then there's this too. This looks like a teleporter, honestly, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I'm not sure what's up with that. And I'm flying right now because of the admin commands. I believe, I can't remember if I mentioned that in the previous Conan video, but I use them. I'm a cheater. This game's not meant to be played this way, really, but might as well take some of the stuff here. Some silver bars, and just take all the random chests there. I'm just gonna double check, make sure there's nothing else down here real quick. I don't think there is. Oh, okay, there's more of that. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know if this altar does anything other than look cool. I mean, there's two of them. Alright. So, I'm gaining corruption, I think, just from being here. So I'm actually going to leave before I do anything else. I like how my sword's just floating. I kind of can't get over that. It's pretty convenient. My editing skills are actually starting to slowly improve, so this video will probably have some parts chopped up just to kind of skip some of the slower, tedious stuff, mainly when I get to loading screens and whatnot. But here's the end of the cave. Normally you'd probably have to fight some of those guys, but I just fly through, you know, anybody got time for that? And now I'm back outside. So there's a little bit more to unpack here before I really get started on anything else, honestly. There's a lot of new items. And as I said before, I've spawned everything pretty much that I need to get started. But the new tome I just found did give me one important thing. I'm trying to remember... Is it knowledge? Yes, because you learn spells. So, I can build the Arcane Staff, which I already have, and I got 2 spells. Detect Corruption, which reveals nearby corruption object and creatures. Probably won't really use that spell, but that's cool. And then you can summon an Ice Bridge, which is... It does have a limit to its length, and it only lasts so long, so you gotta be quick on it. Let me see if I can cast it, though. Just 4. And I'll show you, that'll be pretty much, you know, our first spell. So, well, let me say I try to do the other spell then. Oh. Summon a frozen bridge. Wow. Man, I probably should have cast it that way, because it can be a little bit longer than this, but not by much. And it'll shatter in a minute there, so that was just for show. Obviously I can fly, so... But I suppose, now that I know what I'm doing, let's go ahead and see what that other spell was. This one is reveal nearby corrupted objects.
Fish to get
There's
your
not really anything corruption related nearby other than that cave itself. So that was just a for fun cast. And there goes the ice bridge. by the way. Pretty cool. I mean, we're gonna get some way cooler spells than that. But now that I've arrived at that cave, got my first 2 spells, there's a bit more to unpack here. So I think the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get into some of these items, but first, I'm done here, and I have some special building locations already prepared. This is my first little kind of foundation that I built, my first little new base. I already showed in a previous video like all the crazy stuff I had going on in this game already. Sorry if some of you guys get bothered by the way some of the details ended up looking. I don't remember why I did the wood there, but like with the ceilings versus foundations here, I remember I had to do because there's a unique little situation here, and I didn't want to build super long pillars as I already had to do over there. But anyway, considering how the battle pass works in this game, I like that I've got 2 bases like this. I'll show you guys the other ones at the end of this video to kind of tease the next couple videos. This is probably going to be a 3-part series, I'm thinking. But as far as this base, I've kind of got in mind what I want to do with it. I'm going to kind of use some sandstone and some stone brick, which is like this type material, since those seem to be some of the materials that are available in the battle pass. And also the bazaar here, which actually I didn't cover before, but it looks like this stuff resets every 2 weeks to every week. So you can see here there's a couple cool items. Like, honestly, I like this thing. They cost a decent amount of coins, but there is still a way, so to speak, to actually buy some of the more straight up content, which I didn't even realize this would work for me, because I like that table up there. I like this bookshelf. I like this candle piece, and the sandstone set 2 here is kind of interesting, but it's not quite what they had in the actual battle pass. So I may wait and see what changes, but a lot of that stuff, depending on how much of the battle passes I get and what they have in the future battle passes and what the bazaar has, I think those are going to end up being what goes into my second and third videos, those the next bases. So these videos might be a little far apart, but we got plenty of content coming. And now we're going to actually dive into the construction of this little place before we get into some more magic. This is going to be a decent video on its own, so there's going to be a bit to unpack here. I do have a little basement section here that I kind of worked in, and that's perfect because one of the new things is a sacrificial altar, which it's not going to let me place down there. It says overlapping, so maybe somewhat centered. Yeah, that's good enough. I don't want to waste too much time on that. Alright, so I'm going to do something reverse of what I originally intended then. Another item you got here is this little bench. Which I'm going to place one right down here. Probably just like right here. Well, once I get it lined up, of course, it's got to be real touchy. This is kind of also why sometimes I get a little lazy on the details. But alright, so you've got this bench now, and the bench gives you the ability to kind of combine items and create appearances. And then you can actually rebuild the book if you lose it, the tome here, which you need for your magic. So I've got my tome over there up in the upper, well, it's behind my Squee-El icon, but it's in my inventory. And then I've got the Arcane Staff, which I already have. That's what I use to cast those spells. So more stuff will unlock here as we get more into the DLC. I'm going to have to find some magic tomes in order to expand on all that. So let's go ahead. I also wanted to have a big old fancy fountain here, which I'm trying to think of. I may actually place this differently. Let's see. The first thing I need to do, actually, not sure why I've got a torch. Oh yeah, I guess I can show you guys this. You've got the hammer here, which this is a new way to build just pretty much anything. Only thing is, this is how you would build normally. It's kind of like a new little, it makes the building much more manageable. You can pull up your construction inventory, and you've got everything here that you can build. Now, I've gotten kind of lazy with this, again, because I cheat, so I haven't really researched a whole lot. unlocked a whole lot, but there's a couple options here. So if I had the resources, which I don't even have that, I could craft some random stuff and then with the hammer place it. It's kind of like how Valheim did their building system. So I'm not going to be using the hammer really, but I appreciate it. I think it's pretty cool that they added that. Let me drop this stone. And one other thing too, when we get into messing with magic, which I'm going to do shortly here, we've got these failed sorcerers pages, which are kind of a resource, and then you use the sorcerer's spell page to actually kind of learn new spells. And we'll get into that in a little bit here, but you can actually find these from sorcerers in the environment. And I have a couple thrall sorcerers, which actually I will show you one because you can place him on the bench down here. I should have already done this. Forgive my lack of organization in these videos sometimes, everybody. But you place a sorcerer there. Apparently a sorcerer is just some arms and some feet. So yeah, but anyway. But let's go ahead and get into building some walls. Yeah, I'm definitely going to probably need more walls, unfortunately. So I want them facing out like that. That's not what I wanted. And actually, this is probably something that will change eventually. But for now, of course, I would like some windows. I'll swap out the torch. I tried to. Why you do this? There we go. Oh gosh. Alright. To interact, to remove this one. Always gives me more stuff to have to drop. Alright. There we go. And now I'm doing this just to kind of box it in. This half of the section here is going to be like my little courtyard type thing. Let's see, so straight across here, yeah, so one more at least. And then I might have to put some more over there, but the first thing I'm going to do here, before I get too carried away, now I need to start switching over to sand brick. Ta-da! So I'm probably definitely gonna have to build more of these, of course. Let's see, how do I want to go about this part? I think I know, actually. Yeah, we'll just do pretty straightforward. This isn't gonna be, you know, the craziest build by any stretch of the imagination. Let's take maybe some windows, you know. Now these also, of course, gonna get swapped out. A window there, a window there. Or, well, it would if I placed it right. There we go. Silliness. Okay. Kind of like it so far. Go ahead and place probably my little fountain kind of right here. If I can line it up cool. There we go. That's actually a good bit bigger than I thought. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna place one inside here just cause freaking sweet, you know? It's like a teleporter. Yeah, unlike the one in the cave, this one actually might do something. Seems like it's gonna take something to power. So right now I'm just building, but I will provide this with something once I figure out what that is. I might even need to place another chest at some point, and I'm definitely going to have to link it, so we'll get some placed. But now I'd say I need a door frame. Let's get to the sand brick ceilings. See, I keep ending up with so many different thoughts and ideas going through my head all at once. Hard to stay on track sometimes, but definitely gonna need to build this a little taller to accommodate the portal. Well, and the stairs, really. Okay. Probably even higher still, but for now, I need to get these floors placed. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I need some floors on this side. I guess I need to bust out the walls. Right. All right. Alright, so far this thing's it's been pretty fun. I like how this is turning out. Building in the nerd. Alright, now nice ceiling. Finally close up this little build. I'm gonna leave these little two spaces on the corners open here because I want to throw like some torches in there when I get some of the colored torches that are now in the game that I haven't unlocked yet. But I'm saving those spots for them. Oh my god. Wow. So it's gonna be finicky about this? Are you kidding me? They're very useful. Okay, so I think I finally got the base structure built. Now I just need to top off the rest of the ceiling, and I should be good. Damn it! Alright, and even though this doesn't really work with the sandstone, I think I'm just gonna roll with it anyway at this point. Not the coolest looking thing you've ever seen, but hey, it gets the job done. It's a place to start casting some sorcery, yeah? So now that I've got the base structure built, I'm not really gonna put too much down here. But we've got a couple different little, like, furniture items to go through now. All of which you can kind of see here. I think we'll go ahead. Wow, this is much smaller than I thought it was going to be. So I'm probably going to have to grab a different table, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and probably hold on to this one. Let's go ahead and just, like, put it right here. Drenching vat, huh? I mean, that goes better with some regular blacksmith stuff, but just kind of putting random junk in here. I'm just mainly just because I want to see what stuff is, you know. So that's kind of cool, actually. An alchemy bench. Well, all right. Kind of like that, honestly. This thing really doesn't want to place. Good enough, I guess. Alright, so and some more potions per se, you know, just some random stuff to put on the table here. Put a few books over here. And then you've kind of got this as well. Oh, this will actually go well. Like right here, maybe. So there's like a light blacksmithing area right here. The aim of this base was to kind of sort of be like self-sufficient a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put it like, could put a couple extra books on the floor there, you know. Place like a bar on the little whatever this is here, which is kind of cool, I think. If I can get it to line up, that'll be the thing. Apparently you can like stack these on the ground as well. Wondering how that works. Throw a couple of these on the ground like someone's been working on them or something. Alright, I need to go upstairs now. Hey, I finally got a table to work. I had to try a couple. Just throw like another book over here somewhere. Just kind of cluttering the table with random stuff, really. No particular rhyme or reason for any of it or how I'm going about it. Got potions everywhere because, you know, we're magic and whatnot. Guess and I got this little thing actually I can place out front here, which I may actually go ahead and just kind of plant this right here just because. And of course it doesn't want to show up, it's invisible. Maybe it'll show up later, but alright. Alright, and then I got like some random page as well. Is it gonna let me place the page on the table, or is it like some kind of floating page? This is weird. Huh. I guess, yeah, the page is just meant to be like on the ground or something, so I'll put it down here like with the book or whatever. Yeah, I don't know why that's just gotta be sitting on the ground apparently. And I think that's mostly it. Those were kind of like the new items mostly that you get in Age of Sorcery, other than the various different resources and stuff. So let's take kind of a little look at the place now. It's sort of silly. It's just sort of a little complex in the sky that's not even really put together. Not my best work. I probably should have definitely just gone with all one resource because it really looks it looks a little tacky. I'll own that. But since I'm going to be building a couple more bases, I'm going to improve that. I think the only thing I'm actually going to legitimately try to address is these windows here that just don't quite work out. Just to get everything changed around how it should be. If I can find the stuff that I need, you know, that's always helpful. They're in my wheel already. Okay, whoops. Okay, I was hoping I had the right kind this time. I'll demo these over here real quick, just because this, I don't know what I was thinking, like why I just went ahead and did this. I got lazy and didn't want to keep spawning more of these in because I've had to go back to the console commands like more times than I would like to admit. There we go, that's how it should be. Now I just got to put the top back on again. Mainly just these parts right here. There we go. Now it's more or less looking how it should here. I'm going to put a couple more guards in here, I think. Maybe see if there's any like last minute decorations I can add to it here. So we'll come back at the end of this video and touch on the last little things that I'm going to add here. I'm going to brainstorm a little bit. But we've got a couple different things left to cover. So we've got some magic and we've got some other base locations to cover yet in this video. So we're going to go ahead and tackle a little bit more of the magic now. Okay, I had to double check and make sure I had this understood right, but we're basically going to upgrade the tome now on this menu right here. You can see my icon maybe over on the right here. You got the option to build another book, which I already knew, but this is also the same place you upgrade it. So as usual, I'm a little slow on the uptake, but I've already upgraded it once. And you get new spells, so we're going to keep going. I've got, if you can kind of look here, this isn't quite everything you need, but these are most of the resources that you're pretty much going to need to get your book to the max. Of course, you need to hold on to the book, but let's go ahead and upgrade it again. Character does this cool little animation at the table here. Minus my glitched out sorcerer buddy here. But alright, so I just got another power. Slow fall. That I only got one power for that one, so that's not much, but just keep it going. You can kind of see the next tier here. I tried to gather all the resources, so I got to keep feeding it these pages. The sorcerer's spell page that you get from sorcerers. I've just been putting them in one at a time because this thing had need of all kinds of resources in it. Upgrade it again. Let's see what we get for this level. This is technically the third upgrade now, since I did one off camera. Now I've got Abyssal Mount, which is a horse, and Abyssal Mount, which is a rhino. Add another page. Keep going. Word of Power, Wall of Fire. Very interesting. I think you need a total of like 20 pages to upgrade your book all the way or something. And there's actually a couple little crafting, I think like 2 crafting stations I actually haven't placed yet that I just noticed between doing these takes here. Normally there's meant to be much more of a grind to this. Ooh, Call of the Dead and Raise the Dead, that's what I'm talking about. But of course I cheat and spawn everything. I acknowledge that. But there's actually kind of a lot to this, so I'm grateful that I did. Otherwise this would have taken a while. Wow, Mirror Mark, Invisibility, Seal Corruption. Interesting. Elixir of Rebirth. It's silly because I always forgot about creative mode here. Even though I used the hammer, you can still kind of make it to where it's just everything's free. So really I kind of, it's going to be a transition from me playing the old way to now I'm just going to be using creative mode because really it's easier this way. Kind of see why here. Just scrolling through all the building stuffs real quick that's currently available. I still gotta hopefully get some more at some point. Some crafting stations, all kinds of different stuff that I've pretty much used over time, so a lot of it's nothing really new. I do need, well, there we go. Interact, huh? No, this is kind of your way to use some of the different... Oh wow, summon a corpse. Now we're opening our first gateway. And make sure I had the resources for this. Quite the little ritual here. Wow. Alright, and I'll have to get a teleporter link to that to use it. Still got one little thingamabob here. Here we go. I guess I can just place it here. A ritual is in progress. Okay, well, hopefully, I don't know, I guess that's gonna make a zombie. My guards will handle it, hopefully, if it goes nuts. And that's the last couple things, really. Let me double check my hammer. Yeah, we just got more teleporters that really I need to go kind of address. So this is kind of the second base. I think this is the one we're gonna mess with in the second video, but I'm gonna go ahead and tease the foundation, so to speak, of what I built here. Sort of a small little elevator system taking advantage of a tree that is, I'll show you guys real quick on the map here. It is right here on the map, if you can see where the red icon is, over kind of in the jungle. It's a nice big tree. I've got an elevator system even leading to some tree platforms up there, which really just have some guards and stuff, but we're going to build all kinds of stuff on here. But right now I just needed a place to come in with the teleporter. So this is just going to be next video. So the only thing we're really left to do here in this video, well, we got two things to do, but real quick, let's see some of these new spells. Interesting. Trick the five senses. Escalate again, but we can conceal the physical effects of corruption. I'm not too worried about that at the moment, but it's cool to have.
Linga.
Got this little ability, I can just throw a light down. I'm gonna go ahead and travel back to the main base real quick before we close out this video. Just to pretty much show you guys, maybe if we're lucky, some kind of like zombie. Okay, we're gonna try to raise my little zombie guy now. He's been marinating in here for a little bit. Wow, there we go. My first Undead Warrior. Wow. Resurrected Corpse Fighter. Gonna have him follow me. Can break the bond with him. And then he's got the regular kind of just thrall command. So I'm just gonna go with a moving guard right now. And we're gonna stash him to the side somewhere. Just gonna kind of line him up right here right now. Try to. And hopefully probably some more. A couple zombies going. Let's see what we can pull out of the depths next here. I think I'm gonna go for this guy. Ever reaching into deeper magics. Now I've got a demon minion. Wow, I bet he's a bruiser. Might have to use him in combat. Let me know if you like this video and subscribe to the channel if so. Um, hopefully this video wasn't too all over the place and you guys were able to somewhat kind of follow a lot of what's really going on here. I mean, this expansion was really a lot to digest, and there's a lot more here. Look forward to a part 2 and a part 3, like I said, and we might wait a little bit because it's pretty much going to come down to some of the stuff that's going to come in the Bazaar and the Battle Pass as to what I'm going to add to this base and the next video, pretty much, as we work on another base and hopefully maybe unpack some more Undead Warriors. But make sure you guys are there for that video and all the other content coming pretty much this week and next week. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.